I'm Nick Shell, and this is the best video you're going to watch on YouTube all day. It's true. I know this for a fact, actually. See, I'm going to share with you the top 10 traits of being a masculine man. Now, did I Google this? Did I watch another YouTube video to figure? No. I created this list off the top of my head because I've lived enough life in my 35 years to learn from enough mistakes, from being immature and then goof after goof, responsibility after responsibility. It's taught me these things. And it's funny because I do a video series on my YouTube channel about hair loss, men's hair loss. And what I'm seeing is so many men are putting their value in their hair, which is leaving them, right? As men, that's pretty normal. We lose a good amount of our hair, if not all, at some point in our life. So to put value in that and to find identity in that, which is obviously leaving us, that's not a good foundation. That's not a good investment at all. So what we're going to do today, we're going to talk about, as men, what actually gives us identity and value, not only for ourselves but for other people. You know, when it comes to, oh no, I'm going bald and girls don't want to date me. Well, there's bald men out there that are dating very pretty women and marrying very pretty women. It's happening. It's clearly that they're finding their value in other things other than something as superficial as hair. Just like with me being a vegan. I've been a vegan for many years. I haven't eaten meat or eggs or cheese in years. Okay, now look at me. Do I look like a skeleton? Do I look like someone that you're worried about? Oh, I better rush the... No, I'm getting plenty of protein because I know where to get the protein instead from. Vegetables and beans and grains and so on, nuts and seeds, all that stuff. I know where to get it instead. So a man who loses his hair simply knows where his masculine identity comes from elsewhere, and women know this as well, because women, when they think of what is attractive about a man they find attractive, his hair is not on that top 5 list. I know that his masculine traits are. So we're gonna talk about 10 traits of being masculine. Again, I came up with these lists. This is my original list. I didn't Google it. This is just simply off the top of my head because I figured this out, and now it's able to help me help other people. So let's get started. Number 1, being confident. In this first 2.5 minutes of the video, have I not expressed to you that I'm confident? Now, I'm very aware of what I'm not good at, but I am confident, and people are attracted to confident people, especially men. If you're not a confident man, if you don't believe in yourself, if you're questioning yourself all the time, I don't know, I don't know. That's not masculine, that's wimpy, and people are not attracted to that. They don't respect that. And what's interesting is, even if you're not fully confident, if you appear to be confident, people typically don't know the difference. Do you know how much of my life I have got through? How many tests I have passed? How many things I've accomplished just because I made it look like I knew what I'm doing? Like, fake it till you make it. It's something I live by. People typically don't know the difference, whether you're actually confident or not. As long as you're good at making it seem like you are, people typically believe it. Number 2, respecting women and helping other men. A guy who doesn't respect women, we can think of all kinds of names for him, can't we? But one of the names we can't think of for him is being someone we respect, or being masculine. And it's the same thing. If you can help another man out and you don't, then you're not a real man. Men help each other out when it's just like in sports or just like in the military. The whole idea is you have a brother and you help him, and he helps you, and that's how it works. So we help other men, we respect and we care for women. We don't abuse them, we don't use them. The using the women is the thing that's more of an issue, I think, than using. And so we're very aware that we respect women. All right, number 3, being skilled. You know what? We're all skilled at something. You know what? I'll tell you a secret. If anything goes wrong with my car, I can't fix it. If anything goes wrong in this house, I can't fix it. I'm not a handyman. I'm the opposite of it. I'm horrible at those things, and I know that. But what I also know is what I'm good at. What are some things I'm good at? I'm good at blogging. I'm good at making videos. I'm good at communicating. I'm good at solving problems from a psychological point of view. I'm good at those things. So therefore I embrace those things and I find my identity in those things. Now, there's a good chance those are not your things. You have your own things. Maybe you are good at building furniture or keeping the yard all nice and making grass grow and building a deck. Did I say that already? I can't do any of those things. I'm not good at those. But whatever your skill set is, embrace it, because that's part of your identity. And people are attracted. They find masculinity in a man who knows what he's good at and doesn't try to worry about what he's not good at. He focuses on what he's good at and he finds identity in the skills that he has. That is masculine. Number four is being decisive. I mean, just imagine like this married couple, and they're trying to figure out where to go out for dinner. I don't know, dear. Where do you want to go? And she's like, it's fine, wherever. Just pick up. Well, I don't know. Do you feel like Italian food? That's clearly not masculine. Being masculine is not only having a plan, but having at least one backup plan at all times. That is something that is crucial. When I was first dating my wife, I had like 5 backup plans at all time. I wanted to make sure that you have to expect things to go wrong in life, and so therefore you've got a plan. And can you imagine how attractive and masculine that is when you've always got a plan for something? Well, it's because you have a plan and a backup plan. It's a matter of being decisive. When you have plans, you can be decisive. When you know who you are as a person, you can be decisive. And so much of the time, the decision itself is not what's important. The fact that you made that decision and you made it quickly, that's masculine. Because the opposite of that, I don't know, not masculine. All right, number 5 actually, being healthy and active. You can see I am healthy and I am active. In most of my videos, I'm walking, I'm moving. I also mountain bike and I even skateboard and I run. I'm moving all the time. I'm very physical. That is masculine. You can imagine a man who is not active and doesn't eat right and take care of himself. What is he? He's a slave to his body ultimately, because most people can't live the majority of their life without being active and eating right, because then what happens? Then you start getting all these diseases, and then again you're a slave to your body. You're sick. If it's something you can prevent, then prevent it. Are you eating right? Are you exercising? Is this a daily thing for you? If not, that's something you can control. You can get a plan together and you can decide, okay, here's what I'm going to cut out on my diet, and here are some things I'm going to do every day so that I can be active in some way. Maybe I'm not running 5 miles, but maybe I'm walking 2. That is masculine. Growing up, my dad wasn't into sports. There was no game on TV. There was, I got to catch the game. No, there was no game. But my dad was he was into karate, and he was doing karate tournaments, and I would go to his practices every Tuesday and Thursday. I don't exactly know why I did that, but apparently there was some reason it was worth getting in his truck and going down there and being involved in that. There is something undeniably masculine about being in control of your own body, because it is your choice to eat right and it is your choice to be active and exercise. That's your choice. You can find ways to do that. So without that, that is not masculine. So much of my identity comes in that. Number 6 is being committed. A man who cannot commit, he's not masculine. He's weak. He's flimsy. He's flaky. He's not masculine. I'm a committed guy. That's what kind of guy I am. I've been working at the same company for over a decade. That's pretty weird for a 35-year-old guy. The stereotype for millennials is that we job hop, but I've been in the same place for 10 years. So what, right? But it's proof that I'm a committed guy. My wife and I have now been together for 10 years. We've been married 8.5. I am committed. Being committed is masculine. Number 7, being a leader. Now, was I always the leader that I am today? Of course not. I had to get to this point through life experience. And even a decade ago, I'd say I was actually a reluctant leader. But I'm not a reluctant leader anymore. But again, because I'm decisive. People find masculinity in someone who is a leader, who can look at a group of people, whether it's 4 or 40, and know how to delegate those people and how to direct them. That is masculine. So being a leader and not a follower, doing your own thing even if no one else is doing it sometimes, often, that is seen as very attractive. Just on the radio, I was listening to the lady on the radio, and she's like the DJ or whatever, and she was telling how she met her husband, and one of the things that she found most attractive about him is that he did his own thing and he didn't care what people think. That's being a leader. Number 8, being a good communicator. Clearly, I'm a good communicator. We all know that. That's a fact. I'm good at that. It's not to say that you're not. Back when I was in community college, even I feared that speech class that I had to do because right, I mean, whether you went to a 4-year college, which I did, but I started out in community speech class. Who looks forward to it? Pretty much nobody, because no one's naturally that great at it. No one wants to be judged in front of a group of other people who, are listening to speech. But the more you do it, the better you become. And one of the easy ways to be good at communicating is to actually say what you're thinking to people, especially when it's positive and can help other people. If you simply start there, then that's going to help you become a good communicator. Again, just by simply saying things out loud when they're helpful and positive to other people. People are going to perceive you as a good communicator, and that alone, in addition to not holding back things as well. I mean, when there's a problem, you state it. If it's more of an opinion that's just going to offend someone, probably better off not saying it. That's another way to be a good communicator. Number 9, being funny. That is clearly a masculine trait. Now, I'm not saying women can't be funny, because definitely they are. But when we look at comedians, when we think of our 10 favorite comedians or 5, the majority of them are going to be men. It's because people expect us to be funny. You ask any girl, what's the top 5 things she finds attractive in a man? I almost guarantee you she's not going to mention hair. She's going to definitely mention, he's got to be able to make me laugh. That is something that's masculine, because women depend on us to make them laugh. And if you don't know how to be funny, then simply be very aware of what you're not good at and talk about that with confidence. I mean, because I can laugh about the fact that if anything goes wrong in this house, like, I'm gonna make it worse by trying to fix it. Like, if my wife said, the door hinge is kind of loose, I would have a sledgehammer smash in the wall. And I know that. I'm so bad at that. Now, is that LOL funny? I don't know. But the fact that I speak with confidence, it makes people loosen up and feel comfortable and confident with me. So finding a way to be funny, even if, and especially if it's making fun of yourself in confidence, that's the easy place to start in being funny. Number 9, being emotionally intelligent. Now, being emotionally intelligent is perhaps one of the most important things, and maybe it even summarizes all this, but it comes down to understanding your emotions, but not wearing them on your sleeve, and therefore understanding other people's emotions as well. For example, I'm going to just run through this and the video's over, and then you can consider yourself helped. Someone who's emotionally intelligent compliments other people instead of criticizing them. He also embraces change instead of fearing change. He forgives others instead of holding grudges. He's always learning instead of thinking he already knows everything. He accepts responsibility for his failures and his shortcomings instead of blaming others for their failures or their perceived failures. He has a sense of gratitude instead of a sense of entitlement. And he sets goals and develops plans instead of not having a plan and just kind of going with whatever happens. All of these things, these are what makes a man masculine. Being confident, respecting women and helping other men, being skilled, being decisive, being healthy and active, being committed, being a leader, being a good communicator, being funny, being emotionally intelligent. These are the things that you should find your value in as a man. Forget about your hair. It's probably going to go away in the next year, the next decade, the next couple of decades. You can't put value on that. That's not what people find value in anyway. These 10 traits that I just went over, this is what you should find your value in. These are the things to work on because you actually have control over these 10 things that I just mentioned. What I leave out, let me know in the comments. I'm here to help you because I care about you. I'm a manly man who is here to help make sure that you're the same.